Hi guys, welcome to a new but old playthrough. Some reason I'm really intrigued in making loads of stuff, so I'm starting a new assembly line. It's a free app on the mobile. I also have assembly line 2 installed. I also have this factory 1 installed, but they're pretty cool because they show you how good you are going from now onwards. So at the moment, it is a bit slow starting, but once you start getting the actual whole area filled, and you can use all the starters in the right way, shape, and form, you can do things. Like, for instance, if I click on this, I can click on these, and then it'll open up spots, and then it'd be nice. But, yeah, it's a bit annoying at the moment because you gotta spend money and wherever, and yeah, you've only got a certain amount of starters. The starters are what give you your ores. Now, the ores, which is kind of crazy, is exactly the same price for everything, which is kind of annoying if you're not too sure what it means. But yeah, so say for instance, a starter creates like something, in this case, copper and gold, because that's what we can basically make to make a circuit. When if you're not too sure what I mean by that, it's this. So, but what I need to do is try and get the 3 seconds down, so that way I can get more and more things being built. Now my money's coming in. I've got 60k, so that's nice. I'm not too sure how things work because I keep on trying to, change this to something, but for some reason it doesn't want to work. It says it's there, but I'm not too sure how it is, because when I click on there, it still says assembly line 1. So that's one thing I've never really figured out. And then, to get you into the game really cool and know how to do things, you just go to the tutorial and then it'll tell you loads of stuff. So in this case, welcome to assembly line. In this game, you must create and manage and optimize your assembly line to make the most money possible. The main goal is to bring the resource from the starter machine to the seller machine to sell it. To start the assembly line, first build a starter machine. It is already unlocked on the build list. After that, you can touch on it and select the resource that you want for it to spawn. Choose any one. The end of assembly line should be a seller machine. This will sell your resource. That's how you make money. As you get more money, you will be able to buy new machines that will help you make more money and help you manage your assembly line. So in this case, there's a hammer, which is your build mode, X, which is delete mode. The sort of cross thing is where you can move things, and you can rotate things. The arrow pointing upwards is something for all your upgrades, like your major upgrades. So say for instance, I can only have one starter at the moment. That'll help me out for a bit and whatnot. Now I've done 2 videos already, but I thought I'd have a little bit of a chat with you guys and see how it goes. And then that lockpick one is to upgrade your area. Then the blueprint one is to actually unlock new, blueprints. So say for instance, at the moment I can make copper wire, then eventually I can make a robot, I can make an engine, I can make whatever you can afford, that's it. And then the clipboard is your assembly lines. So you can have more than one assembly line. Like when I did something stupid, which I wanted to do because I wanted to make it more greater so I could show you the progress of how it works. I was almost about to get assembly line 7. Now assembly line 7 was almost about to cost 2B. Now in this game, some of the things with the M's and the K's and the B's and whatever don't really work out as much. Like at the moment, the K in the game means million, which is a bit weird. So you've actually got 1,000, which is K, and then you got a million, which is K. So it's strange, but never mind. Anyway, but it's a fun game. This is the menu for order. Build list. Minutes up. Build list by and build your machines. Remove machines from the assembly line. Move and rotate machines in assembly line. Upgrade list by new grids. 5. Unlock new spaces in the assembly line. Blueprint list by new blueprints to use in the crafter machine. Assembly line list by new assembly lines. If you need information about machines or resource, you can use this button. Shows if you are gaining, losing, or maintaining money. Average money per second. As I say, I was gaining quite a lot of money because I was learning how to do things a lot more better, but for some reason I wasn't actually doing what I wanted to do. Eventually you can get like teleporters and stuff like that, and you can get like one place to another really easy. But you know, total money you have. Machines. You can build, destroy, and rotate all machines inside the assembly line. They can only be built in unlocked spaces. So if you need more space, you need to unlock it, which is that padlock I was talking about. Every machine has an electricity cost. Every time it's used, some machines also have an action time. This is the time that it takes to execute their actions. What it means is I'm actually losing money and also gaining money at the same time. I'm gaining money every 5 seconds, but every 3 seconds it's taking money to pay the electric bill. So yeah, so it's kind of a weird thing. But you can upgrade that though. So the electric bill is 1, the time is 1. So pretty much everything you're getting in, you're getting back out. So it's kind of nice. And then to check each machine's electricity cost and action time, simply touch on them after building. So for instance, if I start on the starter, I click on that and it'll tell me what's going on. Then they are represented by the images above. If a machine doesn't have the action time symbol, it means that the action is instant. In some machines, you have to select a resource or blueprint to be able to do its job. That is simply done by touching on the machine and touch where it says select. Now what that means is like the crafter. At the moment I am making copper wire and gold. So it makes it so when it goes into the crafter, it makes a copper wire, and then I sell the copper wire for a bit more money. So nice. You can buy multiple assembly lines to increase profit. The machines, upgrades, and blueprints previously unlocked remain unlocked in the new assembly line. If you need to come back to the tutorial later, you can do so from the options menu. And look, we can play! Woohoo! So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that was 5 minutes. So, yeah, and as you can see, I think that's 170. So what we can do is just go onto this. And these are all the things that you can buy. Which then we got a robotic arm, which I'm not too sure how it works too well. But, yeah. Most of the times at the beginning, though, what you want to do is just upgrade all your stuff that you are actually using. Like, for instance, I'm using the copper and the gold, and I'm using the wire cutter. So I just need to upgrade those, which, unfortunately, they cost a lot. But it is cool, like say for instance, and increase the starter time. So say for instance, the starter time now is 3 seconds. That should hopefully go down to 2 seconds. So where was that? So yeah, so click on that, it'll go off, and now the things will be now 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds I'll be making a copper wire or a gold, you know. So that means I'll be able to make these better, but I need to get the crafter down. So I need 500,000. So it's going to be a while. But otherwise, guys, yeah, this is how it works at the moment. So this is what I've got. I need to get 360 to unlock some of these items, and eventually by the end of it I'll be able to get these. And this is what I'm saying, it is weird with the B's and the M's and the K's and whatnot, but it's strange. Like for instance, these are kind of cool. It is a cool game to play. So go and check it out. And if you do manage to play it, leave us a comment and tell me how you're doing. And what assembly line you're on. Because as I say, I got up to assembly line 7. Well, I got up to an assembly line 6, but I was about to buy assembly line 7. But I thought, you know what? I like this game. I want to keep on playing it. So I thought, you know what? I'll start a whole new one. You know, new world, new thing. So I thought, you know what? I'll start it. So yeah. At the moment, that's what we're doing. We are making copper wire. Now, I could do some things like I could change some of the things at the moment to make it so it's easier for the copper wire to go in. But eventually, there is a thing that splits it off as well. So one will go one way and then another will go another way, which is nice. But it's just a bit annoying. But just be careful though. If you start putting something in the crafter, that will just stay in there. Like for instance, if I just delete this now, that's all it'll do. It'll just delete everything in there. So only that will go in there, which is nice. Which is cool. So, you know. So now you can see I need 2 copper wire, which is there. But I need 3 seconds to make it. But the gold just keeps on piling in. So what you could do for a while is just turn this off. This one off. To put it to copper. And then have it going into these. Because these are taking 3 seconds as well. So that's where it's taking a bit longer. So we need to get into here. And then we need to decreases the wire draw time by wire. So there you go. So we need 250 for that. You know. But most of the machines come in handy. Like for instance, it says copper wire at the moment, but you know. But eventually I'll be using other things. And then eventually I have to sort of delete it all kind of thing. And then make it into more stuff. But what you want to do is just basically do all these and then, you know. Like for instance, if I just go like this for the moment. And every time you do one, it does make it more expensive. So now I got more space to put stuff in there. So I can move things around and then go a bit more nicer in a way, you know. The only main thing is you just got to make sure you have one of these, a seller, you know, the big S thing. And you got to make sure you have a starter. That's all you got to do. And then just basically come in. So at the moment I'm getting 289 a second roughly. And yeah, it's not going too bad. So it's not too bad. And then, as I say, if you click on the information bit there, it kind of tells you what things are. So it's pretty much descriptive of what everything is. So it takes the resource from one position to another. Yeah, so when I get the robotic arm, I can basically have the gold from one bit into another bit. And then I can have the... So it'll still keep on making it into... you know, I'm thinking like, say, for instance, with this bit here, one of these, I can take the gold off and then have the robotic arm go in there and then go into there. You know, so it'll be nice. And then I can just move one of these starters a bit more up, so that way it can keep on taking it, can keep on putting it into there. And as you can see, look, gold goes in really, really quick. But the copper wire doesn't really go as quick yet. But that's why you need to do all these. Anyway, guys, that was 5 minutes. Hopefully you enjoyed this game. If you do, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you when I see